afternoon and an Easter bank holiday fixture at Thrum Hall. Halifax in danger of relegation, and if they lose today, it's just a mathematical possibility that they could escape, but it's a very, very slim chance indeed. And Leeds, top of the Stones Bitter Championship, and looking to keep the pressure on the other sides below them by winning all their remaining 3 matches. A very important game for Leeds, because Widnes could very easily slip up against St Helens, and Castleford against Hull Kingston Rovers, who again are fighting the wrong end of the table. The Halifax side today will be Steve Smith at fullback, and then it's Atkinson, Wilson, Chris Anderson the captain, and Eddie Riddleson will be at number 5. The halfbacks are Grogan and Lyons, and the front row Dickinson, McCallion and Hill, and the second row Ramshaw and Fairbank. Loose forward will be Les Holiday, and the substitutes are Kevin Dick and Paul Medley. Leeds, their lineup today, well, lacking Lee Crooks. It's at fullback is Spencer, and the three-quarter line of Ford, Schofield, Gibson and Bentley, as it's been for quite some time now. Halfbacks of Creaser and Delaney. The front row of Powell, Maskell and Price. Second row of Brooke Cowden, and welcome back to Paul Dixon, of course, returning to the side that he played at for so long. David Hearn is at loose forward. The substitutes are Lord and Waddell, and the referee today about to blow the whistle is Mr. Carter from Widnes, and so we're underway, and Carl Gibson takes the ball. Halifax's home record: played 10, won 4, drawn 1 and lost 5. They've scored 136 points and they've conceded 156. Problem is, Halifax have only won 1 game away from home. Currently bottom of the division with just 11 points. And Leeds, their away form, having played 10, they've won 6 and lost 4. They've scored 178 points. They've conceded 136. So that away form is quite good in this Stones Bitter Championship. And those 32 points has put them that 1 point ahead of Widnes. But Widnes, of course, with 4 games in hand. And should Leeds win today, Widnes win, then Widnes would need to win 3 of the last 6 games to take the Stones Bitter Championship. Leeds, of course, would like to win it, and the penalty awarded to Halifax. Chris Anderson dictating tactics, and it'll be Smith to kick the touch. Leeds would like to win the championship, but of course, if they finish second, then that will give them home ties in all rounds of the Premiership, as long as they're still in it. So McCallion at acting halfback for Halifax. Going in, big Brendan Hill, signed for £95,000 from Bradford Northern. Hill, product of Queensbury rugby, and finished up at Leeds. Smith in possession. Quite a few former Leeds players hooked through by Holiday, but it's gone too far. Very little dead ball area here at Thrum Hall. Fine bank holiday afternoon. Phil Ford, who's been having a lean spell recently, but good run by Carl Gibson. Delaney. Roy Powell in the unfamiliar number 8 shirt. And, quite a good game against Hull Kingston in the prop position. John Lyons picking up possession there. Anderson just looking a bit groggy. Oh, and the terrible handling at the moment. Both sides keyed up for this game. Halifax know that it's virtually the end, bar the shouting if they lose. And Leeds, well, still harbouring those hopes that Widnes might break down. Oh, Creaser went to the right there, and Roy Powell's looking for him on the outside. Gary Schofield. Shaped to kick, but afraid nobody bought that dummy there. Quite a large crowd here at Thrum Hall. This time Gary Schofield kicks it through and it comes back off of Brendan Hill. And the referee saying that that came back off of Hill's chest. And so Halifax retained possession there. Possession anyway. And once again Hill, who's not really been a success at Halifax since his transfer from Bradford. Different playing alongside the likes of Noble, Skerrett, Fairbank and Hobbs, and playing behind a pack that's under increasing pressure. And that's a superb kick by Wilson. So Delaney to put into his scrum 2 or 3 yards from the Leeds line. And, Colin Maskell, I think, won that one. John Bentley in trouble. He's going to be held and he's pushed back over the dead ball line. The ball squirted from the base of that scrum. John Bentley, safe as houses. Bentley who will drop out underneath the post. John Lyons. Jason Ramshaw. A good break by Holiday. Holiday to Hill. Hill looking for support. Can't put him down, but have done now. Once again, Holiday out to that side. It's Riddlesden. Well, has he got over? No, the touch judge's flags up. It was very close in at that far side. And the men tackling Schofield and Ford as Riddlesden looked to get in there. Hard for us to see from this far side of the ground, but the touch judge was definite. He had his flag up immediately, and so Halifax give Leeds a scare early on. A big following from Headingley here today. I think this has swelled Halifax's gate to probably their largest of the season. Go back to the game at Headingley, that was the largest crowd at Headingley for a Stones Bidder Championship game of 16,993, which was won by Leeds, of course, by 34 points to 12. Hill goes charging in. He's taking some stopping there as he makes a good 10 yards, even with 2 defenders wrapped around him. Holiday in the thick of the action. Calligan. Grogan. Slipped through there to Smith, but Smith taken well by David Heron. Grogan again, a long pass out. Anderson, and a good ball out. I can't see what's going on here for the shoulders, but it's good tackle coming in. Grogan again, along the line. Neat ball inside, Ramshaw's there and Ramshaw's over. But it was McCallion who got the ball out. Grogan started the attack midway into the Leeds half. The ball was switched out wide. Chris Anderson was on the outside. He was tackled short by Gary Schofield. The ball was switched quickly across, went through a couple of pairs of hands. Lyons got the ball out to McCallion. McCallion inside to Ramshaw. Back to McCallion again, and then Ramshaw coming on the blind side. The ball flicked up and he dived over to the right of the post. A try coming after just 8.5 minutes. Jason Ramshaw opens the scoring for Halifax. And Smith now with a fairly simple chance, and he kicks it, and that puts Halifax 6-0 in front. So, early shock for Leeds, and they've hardly had a worthwhile attack at the moment. Chip forward. Oh, and well played. Clever little kick. And, nobody seemed to want to take it. Delaney. Leeds could do with getting back into this game fairly quickly. Penalty awarded to Leeds for offside. John Bentley keep it for touch. Gary Price. Schofield, and that one knocked down in the tackle. Possession retained, and another 6 tackles. Oh no, Gary Price going to lose out there. No, he's not. Oh, well, some tremendous tackling. The referee's decided that we'll have a scrum. No definite advantage to either side. And John Lyons to feed. Grogan for support. Lob pass out there, out to this far side. Atkinson with a great tackle coming in from Carl Gibson. Wilson. Bob Grogan again. Back to Wilson. And a drop goal attempt by Holiday, but it just goes to the right of the post. Well, that was awful. Gary Price had no chance with that pass from Maskell. Anderson, just on the 25. And Dick Fairbank. Just one of the Fairbank brothers. They seem to abound in rugby league. One at Oldham, one at Bradford. Oh, another good ball out. Wilson. Halifax at the moment certainly well on top. Anderson chips it through, but straight in the hands of Gary Price. Good Cowden. Paul Dixon. We're hoping to in the score sheet against his former teammates. Paul Delaney making a good break. Davy Creaser hammers that long, and a long chase for Smith. He only finds his way to the 25. It's a good kick into space, and Gary Schofield. Well tackled by Ramshaw. Try scorer for Halifax in 8 minutes. Smith adding the conversions, giving us that scoreline of 6-0 at the moment in Halifax's favour. It was suggested by Alan Hardesty that Halifax's main problem would be their lack of pace outside the scrum, as against Leeds we certainly have that pace, and he was very worried about it. But at the moment, very little happening in that respect, and a good break by Maskell. Support was a little late in coming. Gary Schofield couldn't take that above his head, and Phil Ford ankle tapped and harried and chased, but he gets the ball out to Bentley. Bentley weaving and turning, still in possession, gets the ball out there. Schofield kicks it long and deep. Riddleson's back, but it's left to Smith. Holidays involved in absolutely everything for Halifax. Loose forward, Grogan, and that was a poor pass to Anderson. Well kept in by Atkinson. The referee deciding, the touch judge, that he was into touch. The moment his hand touched the ball, his foot must have gone into touch. So Delaney put the ball in, and problem. Les Holiday going off, and Kevin Dick coming on. Had a look at Halifax's plans. Penalty for offside. As we approach the 18th minute of the game. Driving in there is Dick Fairbank. Holiday, he's back on. And in fact, Kevin Dick has come on for... wasn't Holiday that was going off. Holiday was making sure that Hill was okay. It's Brendan Hill that's off. And the game a little scrappy at the moment. So Brendan Hill's the man that's gone off. And Kevin Dick's on. Holiday, in fact, went over to the touchline to get some instructions. And Delaney. And at the moment, the crowd very quiet. Although Halifax holding this 6 points in the lead, play is far from exciting. The atmosphere is so tense. With Halifax needing to win to keep alive their First Division status, and Leeds to keep alive whatever faint hopes there are of taking this Stonesbridge Championship, and anything can happen in those last 6 games for Widnes.
Come on, Leeds, let go!
Creaser through a gap. Creaser still going. It's a good run by David Creaser, fed by David Hurren. And Delaney scrambling his way 35 yards out. A long way to go yet for Leeds, but a sign there that perhaps there are gaps in this Halifax defence. Tony Anderson there at the bottom of the picture organising his defence. Schofield. And that's a good kick by Gary Schofield. Like David Creaser after that long injury layoff. Both of them now back to their very best form. And Gary Schofield now has 19 tries. Carl Gibson has 19. And John Bentley 13. They're the leading scorers for Leeds. Oh, Riddleston seemed very lackadaisical about that. And referee, Mr. Hill, has decided it's a scrum. And scooting back some 15 yards from the scrum. Gary Spencer, very nearly giving it to Creaser. Creaser coming late there, and Spencer just held. Heron. And Lau Leeds in the first position to attack that they've had this game. Schofield. Matt Brook-Cowden trying to get the position so that they've got options either way. At last the crowd beginning to get excited. Schofield shapes to kick, gives it to Bentley. Bentley's through. Bentley out to Phil Ford. Phil Ford's going to squeeze in at the corner. Well, that was good play in the three-quarter line again, doing the job. The ball switched very, very quickly. John Bentley kept it alive. And that nice whipped out pass to Phil Ford. Phil Ford just about to go over, was half tackled, but as usual, that sway the hips, and Ford touches down in the corner, and Leeds now back in this game. Phil Ford's 9th try for Leeds, his 10th of the season, with one with Bradford. And that ends quite a barren spell for him. It will be Davy Creaser from wide out on that far touch line. Just at the end block of the main stand. Creaser with 12 goals and 2 tries since on his return. Ooh, just fading away to the right of the post. So that try of Phil Ford's bringing us on 23 minutes to a score of Halifax 6, Leeds 4, and that's Ford's first try in 5 games. So he's gone 4 matches without a try, and now he's got his 9th for Leeds and his 10th of the season. It's an enormous kick by Creaser, but it's going to run dead. That's a bit pedestrian. So, pedestrian about that break by John Lyons. And David Hearn is spoken to, and the pitch judge is in. And Mr. Carter. Now wants a proper word with David Hearn. I'm afraid Mr. Carter has awarded a penalty to Halifax, so Halifax now with a chance to put themselves into a good position. Smith with the kick. Hoist that one to the near touchline. Charging in. Dick. Callion, as usual, at acting half. That's that ball out. Ooh, and a good tackle by Colin Maskell there on Dick Fairbank. Ooh, very, very near. Dick gets the ball out. Chance here for Lyons. Lyons swamped by Leeds defenders. Pushed back. Kevin Dick again. Bob Grogan. Long looped out ball. Riddlesden. And Riddlesden hammered into touch. That's the second time he's been in that sort of a position. But good tackling. Gary Schofield, Mark Brook Cowden, Phil Ford, we're all there. Paul Delaney. With the feed. Comes out Leeds side. Delaney. Strong run, and a great prospect is Paul Delaney. And Price, letting nobody down in quite an extended run in the first team now. Maskell knocks it back. Creaser. Oh, Shapes with a lovely dummy pass. Got Schofield with him. Schofield's got Gibson on one side. Gibson's there. Bentley's on his outside. Bentley comes inside. Gets past Riddlesden. Bentley still going. Races across field. Throws the ball out there. Gets it to Phil Ford. Phil Ford still in possession. Delaney. Well, that's good rugby by Leeds, but a little over elaborate at times. They kept possession going. Roy Powell. I thought that John Bentley might have gone on the outside there in that first part of the attack. Gary Schofield. Back to Maskell. Maskell, ooh, just a yard short. Powell looking for support, but David Hearn was a little early. Schofield using the signal. He knows what's going on. Back to Schofield. And throws it wild, and it's picked up by Halifax. But whatever he was going to do, it didn't happen. A little bit of extended pressure, but it's still 6-4 to Halifax. And Wilson giving a very good break, but ball handling there. And the score. Hooks by Leeds, but Grogan's got it. Out to Anderson. Anderson gets the ball out there to Atkinson, but well covered by Carl Gibson. Just 8 minutes to half-time. And still 6-4 in Halifax's favour, fighting for their first division survival. Getting that pass out there to Ramshaw, but couldn't make enough ground. Hoisted high.
You're going no bloody way, I've got no bloody way. You can't beat us, you can't beat anybody.
Paul Medley, who came on that earlier, very, very short space of time, only on 6 minutes. And Halifax now will be in deep trouble because they've only got one substitute available, if at all, because I think that both Hill and Medley will take no further part in the game. That one bounced very awkwardly for Steve Smith. Harry Schofield was that way to bodies. I don't think he was very pleased with the way that went. And Riddleson quick to pick up the ball when Powell hesitated. Anderson popping up all over the place in an effort to get his side going. Lindick. Fairbank loses that one, and Halliday has picked it up. So Leeds have possession. Ford still going. It's inside to Spencer. And Leeds clearing the lines well. Delaney, Powell, back there, Creaser, well, jiggles and fumbles and kicks, but finally a scrum.
Well, that's how they are when they go away from home. I've watched them for 60 years, and they do it fucking same 60 years gone now. Talking about away from home.
There's a wonderful conversation going on below us here. Somebody who's watched them for 60 years and reckons that they haven't changed one iota.
What about Wakefield? The one at bottom of the fucking league.
We'll have to bleep the last comments out.
I mean, let's get fair and play like old men, aren't we?
Riddlesden, well, manages to keep himself in touch. It's still tough going. No quarter Astor given and very few clear-cut opportunities. Kevin Dick kicks to this side, going back for John Bentley. Well, that's a good run by Bentley. So the pass inside there to Paul Dixon, and Dixon had a man on him straight away. Schofield. Oh, good play, Maskill. Got Creaser. Creaser's on his own. Creaser is going to score. Well, an enormous gap opened up there, but that was brilliant play. Good backing up by Colin Maskill. Super initial move by Gary Schofield, and Creaser was there to go over to just the right of the post. David Creaser, his third try since returning from that long injury layoff. It came with a very good break by Gary Schofield, slipped out of one tackle, got the ball out. Colin Maskill supported very well on the outside. Creaser came on the inside, the ball was slipped to him, and there was the gap, and he's through it. And now a chance to put Leeds well and truly in front at 10 points to 6. Killer time for a try, 37 minutes coming in just 3 minutes before half time. Creaser with a chance for his 13th goal of the season. And straight between the posts it goes, and so Leeds now have a 10 points to 6 leads. It's Halifax 6, Leeds 10. Halifax with that good early start on 8 minutes when Jason Ramshaw scored and Smith converted. Now in 29 minutes without scoring, and Leeds have put 2 tries and a conversion on the board. And once again, it's that pace outside the scrum. A little bit of it inside there from Colin Maskell would have given Leeds that slight edge. Heron. Schofield's going. Schofield's still going, and there's nobody going to stop him, and that's 2 tries in a minute. Well, there looked no danger initially, as David Heron looked to be going to be tackled, just stopped short, stepped 1 back, raced through the gap. Schofield was on his outside, the ball flicked there, and Schofield, using his pace, goes underneath the post virtually, and that now is 14 points to 6 in Leeds' favour, and suddenly Halifax looking a little ragged. So David Creaser will attempt this kick at goal, and Jason Ramshaw has been sent to the sin bin. It's obviously something that he said. They were being spoken to earlier on. He's gone back to tell his captain what's happened, and he's on his way. So now, despite having only now 1 substitute available, they're now down to 12 men, with Ramshaw going to the sin bin. And David Creaser. Oh, and he's pulled it, or he's sliced it, the right of the post. And so Leeds now, it's Halifax 6, Leeds 14. And Gary Schofield takes the try-scoring lead for Leeds with 20. This is the 4th consecutive game that Gary Schofield has scored in. He now has 6 tries in the last 6 games. And half-time hooter is gone. So let's have a look at how that first half went. It wasn't terrifically exciting apart from in that last few minutes, but Ramshaw opened the try scoring for Halifax in the 8th minute, and Smith converted. Ramshaw now, of course, in the sin bin, so that was 6-0 to Halifax. And then on 23 minutes, Phil Ford's try put Leeds just back in the game at 6-4 down. And then David Creaser on 37 minutes with a try and a conversion, putting Leeds 10-6 in front. And a minute later, Gary Schofield, backing up a very good break by David Heron, has given us that half-time scoreline of Halifax 6, Leeds 14. the second half about to get underway, and Halifax 14 points to 6 down here at Thrum Hall as Leeds come out from their dressing rooms underneath the stand. And those 2 tries in 2 minutes from David Creaser and Gary Schofield have put Leeds in a very commanding position. As we said a number of times, Leeds needs the win to peg back weakness. And Halifax, well, if they don't win, then their first division days are numbered in more ways than one. So they have Jason Ramshaw at the moment. He was sin-binned and will probably find that the next 8 minutes or so Halifax will be down to that 12-man side, and Hugh Waddell is on, so I'll have a quick look round and find out who he's replaced. And it's Mark Brooke Cowden, so we'll probably find that Roy Powell moves into the second row, and Waddell will take his place. Waddell yet to score a try or a goal, not that for Leeds. And the other substitute today, Gary Lloyd, he's yet to score this season as well. And goes one man in that tackle. Creaser. And Gary Schofield pumped that long. And there we have Eddie Riddlesden, who very nearly scored early on for Halifax, but was just had an arm in touch, I understand, as he went over. Well, he's misjudged that one completely, and Leeds now will have the put-in right on the Halifax line. And another try here, I think, would seal Halifax's fate. Gibson, Spencer, terrible pass to Schofield, who had a man marking him straight away. Tony Anderson it was. And Halifax now desperately fighting for First Division survival. Callion. Short ball to Riddlesden, but no ground made there. So we've got a scrum, the second of the second half. Mr. Carter is the referee from Widnes. Grogan gets the ball out there to Smith. Leeds with just 2 games left after this at Warrington, and then at Weldon Road on the 16th of April. So there's a week off and a penalty to Halifax. And Carl Gibson infringing and holding down in the tackle. So Smith to fine touch. Riddlesden.
Dickinson. Held back by Hugh Riddell. Holiday, who was involved in virtually everything for Halifax in that first half, and loses the ball. Delaney chased by Anderson, and Anderson, the Halifax captain, did a good job there. A good take over his right shoulder by Mike Smith, and Phil Ford coming in with a good tackle. John Lyons doing the work against his own side. Riddlesden. It's the ball there to Dickinson, but it looked a bit forward. And Leeds will have the put in. Two hard-working hookers, both very similar style of player. And in fact, McCallion's won that one against the head. Giving Dick. Run by Fairbank. And Halifax with a little bit of momentum at the moment. One ball out by Grogan to Anderson. Anderson going for the corner, veering off to the right. Will he get in and beat Spencer? He does so. Well, a very good try indeed. A long spun out pass by Bob Grogan. Anderson took it well, started straight and then veered off to the right, racing for that corner. And Gary Spencer just a yard out in getting to him. It came after winning the scrum. The ball went from left to the left, then switched to the right. Grogan spun out that long pass. Anderson found the gap and just threw it like a flash, and then veered away to the right and over into the corner to put Halifax well and truly back in this match. 47 minutes gone. And Chris Anderson has put Halifax back in this game. And Anderson, no mean cricketer either. He's certainly hit me for a few fours and sixes in a charity cricket six-a-side competition last summer. So Smith winning the kick. It looks good, but it just fades away to the left. And Tony Anderson has put Halifax now 10 points to Leeds 14. Nice catch by Riddlesden. Like a scrubbing brush haircut. Tuft of black hair. And Dickinson manfully trying now as Halifax push forward in search of another try. Grogan again inside there to Wilson, but one thrown quite wildly back.
unfortunately for them. It's Lyons who picks it up. And Lyons once more involved in the action. McCallion acting half. So the crowd are on their toes as Halifax try and fight back. Holiday. Lack of backing up in certain quarters. Grogan again. Ball out to Riddleston. Riddleston inside of Dixon. Riddleston still going. McCallion. And hoisted high there under the Leeds post. Gary Spencer took it well. So grounded by Jess Ramshaw, who's back on. And so Leeds will have to drop out from underneath their own posts. And mentally it'll be. And Halifax now with some zip in their game. Roy Powell's down injured. Dick. Grogan again. They must be careful of Grogan. Riddleston handing off Phil Ford, but Phil Ford keeping hold of him. And Ford and Riddleston clashing, but the referees let it go. Good ball in there from Grogan, and Grogan now beginning to dictate from standoff half. Once again, it's McCallion acting half back. Last tackle coming up. Grogan, long ball out. Anderson again. Atkinson. And Atkinson's over, but he's on his back. There's no doubt about that at all. Well, that was a great chance. Another good long ball out by Anderson. By Grogan, should I say. Picked out Wilson. Wilson to Atkinson. And Atkinson going over, but his momentum carried him along with Gary Spencer. Gary Spencer managing to pull him over onto his back. Anxious moments for Leeds as they try and work this ball clear. And Gary Schofield clearing the danger for the moment. And Smith picks up. Putting the inside pass, knocked backwards and into touch. And Anderson there was following hard on the heels of Holiday. And the penalty to Leeds.
by Dixon. Schofield on his outside, Ford. Riddlesden manages to get hold of Ford, just check his progress. Now it's Leeds' turn to turn the screw on Halifax. Oh, and some sloppy tackling by Halifax in midfield there. And Roy Powell knocks the ball forward. And striking across the opening of the scrum. Penalty to Halifax. Judges in from this right-hand side. And he's having a word with Riddlesden for some infringement. And it's a penalty to Leeds and the kickable opportunity, but Leeds not going for goal. Davy Creaser will attempt to put Leeds into a good position here, some 12 yards out from the Halifax line. Ooh, that was a high tackle coming in from Kevin Dick. And Gary Schofield didn't like that one little bit. Not often you see Schofield riled. His teammates pulling him away. And Mr. Carter is saying to the Leeds players, go away while I deal with it. Kevin Dick, sin bin, 10 minutes. And that's the second man that Halifax have had in the bin. And now David Creaser will surely kick for goal. "17 minutes of the second half gone. And David Creaser with a chance to ease Leeds into a 6-point lead. Second kick of the afternoon. If he does it, he does so. And so Leeds now have a 6-point cushion. It's Halifax 10, Leeds 16, as we virtually enter now the last quarter of the game. Just over 20 minutes remaining. And I think this last 20 minutes could be extremely eventful. Halifax, we've said so often this afternoon, they really need the 2 points. If they don't, then they are virtually all but down. And you need a very efficient calculator to work out the options. If they don't, it's pretty plain sailing that Bradford and Wakefield, who perform tomorrow, will have just they need a point each, so a draw would see them at least safe. Oldham, they can only get 19 points. No, Bradford or Wakefield win. And Hull, Kingston and Halifax are virtually down. Depends on how Hull Kingston do today. Whereas Leeds, well, 2 points would still keep them top tonight. And that'd be a change because very much like escalator going up and down the top of the division. With Widnes hard on the heels and Castleford chasing hard as well, but look to have shot the bolt. 4 games without a win for Castleford. And Wigan just there at the moment, the dark horses. I think it's 14 games they've gone now without a defeat, and a good play by Waddell gets it out to Powell. Heron back to Delaney. Delaney ducking, weaving, still going forward. Dixon within a yard. Leeds in a very strong position here. Delaney out there to Spencer. Spencer back to Delaney. Delaney must score. Oh, well, if he'd have gone straight, I'm sure he could have stretched out over the line. He didn't. Tried to jink inside, and McCallion managed to get hold of him. Creaser. And Creaser goes to ground. Last tackle coming up. Heron chips it over the top. Riddleston's there. Fairly easy for the Halifax left winger. And should Leeds win today, it'll be the 4th win on the trot after that, well, what could be very disastrous defeat against Wakefield at Bellevue. And a win that day would have made Widnes' task that much harder. Schofield, oh, great run by Gary Schofield, looking for support, but it comes off a Halifax hand. Smith it was who managed to knock that pass down. And the penalty awarded for an elbow. Paul Dixon involved. And Tony Anderson having a word, calming everything down. He knows his team must keep their composure. Well, they're still down to 12 men with Kevin Dick in the sin bin at the moment for fisting Gary Schofield with a very high tackle indeed. Atkinson. The last time they were down to 12 men they scored when Anderson went in whilst Ramshaw was off. And driving in hard up to halfway. Grogan again. It's the ball to Atkinson, but Wilson is hammered into touch. And feeding by Paul Delaney. And the 4 of them all down on their knees together. Well, Halifax still in this game. It's Halifax 10, Leeds 16. Over 10,000 here at Thrum Hall. Oof. And I felt that for Atkinson then. Straight into the arms of Roy Powell. Ramshaw, Anderson, good tackle. Ramshaw again. And again Anderson's there looking for that slip pass. Constant danger for Leeds. Grogan going right, twisting and turning, throws the ball back, gets it back to Lyons, McCallion, Anderson, and McCallion was very unselfish there as Lyons slipped the ball out. McCallion could have gone over himself, but his captain on the outside, he just made sure, slipped it to Anderson. Anderson goes over, and suddenly we've got a real game on our hands here. 25 minutes into the second half, and Chris Anderson scored his second try of the afternoon. Tony Anderson, 2 tries, pulls his side back to within 2 points, and now Smith, he's missed a couple of kicks this afternoon and they could be vital in the final analysis. He's about to try and put the scores all level. It's a good kick. And the scores are now level. It's Halifax 16, Leeds 16, and just under 15 minutes remaining. Oh, rather remarkable there that the ball must have touched a Halifax defender on its way through. And I think it was Dick Fairbank, and the ball just touching him as he waited to take that, bounced over the top of him, via his shoulder, and has now put Leeds in possession. 16 points each. Gary Spencer. Very bright, sunny afternoon. Nice, bright, spring-like day. And for once, we're not frozen to death. And the rugby quite sparkling and spring-like as well. Heron, Bentley. No, Bentley looking for Schofield, but Spencer saves the day, picks it up well. And for some support, gets it out to Ford. Crowd rise as soon as Ford gets it, dashes between 2 or 3 defenders. Up to the 25. Leeds in a good position here. Tackles waiting, Creaser with a drop goal attempt, and it's a beauty. An absolute beauty from David Creaser, 25 yards out, straight between the sticks. That drop goal, David Creaser's first of the season for the first team, and now edges Leeds into a 17 points to 16 lead. And now Halifax now out of this game. There's only a point difference, but it could have taken a lot of the heart out of them, could that, after they'd fought back from being 14 points to 6 down after 38 minutes. He got it back level. 2 tries by Tony Anderson. And now David Creaser's dropped goal. Well, that's given Leeds renewed heart as well. Oh, good break by Waddell. Plays it to himself. Bursts clear to halfway. Gets it out to Schofield, but it's forward, says the referee Carter. And Gary Schofield looks says it all. Mr. Carter's handle again quite efficiently. And a quick word again with those two front rows. And let's have it again, he says. And the scrum collapses and it's a penalty to Leeds. Not only that, but feeding as well. And John Bentley attempt to put Leeds now towards that 25. So some 30 yards out. And looking for a killing try. Maskill. Oh, Bentley backing up superbly. He's over. Tremendous try. John Bentley's 14th of the season. And that really is a remarkable scoring record by John Bentley. He's only failed to score in some 5 games that he started. And that is a very, very good record indeed. I'm sure if he'd have played the whole season, he would have had it in the mid-20s. It was a good break once again by Colin Maskill. Looked up, saw Bentley on his outside, flicked the ball to him, and Bentley round behind the post. David Creaser now with the chance to put Leeds 7 points in front. And he hoists that straight through. David Creaser, his 3rd goal plus a drop goal this afternoon and a try. So a good contribution by him. 11 points from David Creaser. And Leeds now holding a 23 points to 16 lead here at Thrum Hall. And we have now just 5 minutes remaining. Halifax, of course, had been hindered in this game. They had Paul Medley on as substitute for Brendan Hill when Hill went off injured. No sooner was Medley on than he was injured himself. Dick's been in the sin bin along with Jason Ramshaw. So they made life hard for themselves today. And you can't afford to play for 20 minutes with 12 men against a side of Leeds' capabilities. Especially with the pace that Leeds have to exploit outside the scrum. Well, that's a very good run indeed by Atkinson coming in off that right wing. And if they scored a try here, what a finale would be up against. So there's Ramshaw, who opened the scoring on 8 minutes. And Halifax will not give up until that final hooter goes. Grogan again. Anderson. Grogan with his socks well and truly over his ankles. And their fans can't quibble at what they've tried today. They've run Leeds close, but David Crease has taken that well. And will just ease any fears that Leeds have of a
quick Halifax comeback. Possession vital. Waddell. Oh, nice play by Waddell, and quite often now he's getting far more of the ball and getting rid of it in the tackle. Holiday. So, just on the edge of the 25. McCallion. What a game he's had. And has lost the ball. Remarkable, isn't it? As soon as you say something, the guy does exactly the opposite. McCallion is injured, and Halifax need him. They need him at this scrum. It's right in the shadow of the posts. And nobody's leaving the ground yet. The Halifax fans staying with their team. I make it 2 minutes on my watch. 2 minutes for Halifax to try and get this game back. Otherwise it's the drop, or virtually certain of the drop. Leeds, they'll stay top if they win. And again, we'll give you the league positions and we'll overdub it at the end. Leeds win possession from the put-in. And with this win, if it comes, Leeds will at least hold onto that top position until Thursday, when Widnes play Castleford at Norton Park. And I'm going along to see that game. An interesting encounter. Dixon back in the side after injury, and despite lacking Lee Crooks, well, Dixon has more than made up for it with his foraging and his powerful running up from the play the ball. Schofield. And that ball, well, it was a sixth tackle, and so the handover to Halifax, and a last desperate attempt, but of course they're 7 points behind and they need a miracle. Ramshaw. So will it be a bank holiday double for Leeds? Beating Bradford Northern at Headingley. Ball out to Atkinson. Atkinson gets it back inside. Still kept in play. Holiday. And Tony Anderson there, keeping himself involved, keeping his men rallied. Good battering raid by Dick Fairbank. Kevin Dick. Leeds holding Fax out at the moment. Ramshaw, lovely slip ball. Oh, and a try by John Lyons against his old club, and that was a very good pass by Jason Ramshaw. Kept the ball afloat, and there goes Lyons over. Well, it was a good play initially by Anderson. Anderson kept the ball in touch, then chased the ball round. The ball going in there through Dickinson at first, and then finally Jason Ramshaw, and that reverse pass picking up John Lyons, and he managed to just stretch out and touch the ball down fractionally over the line. Well, this is a great chance for Smith, and it would put Fax within a point. If they can't get two out of it, I'm sure that a drop goal and a point would help them a great deal. It's been a very good performance by Halifax. They've chased Leeds all the way. And here comes Smith. It's a vital kick, but he's hit it with the outside of his boot, and it's gone to the right of the post, and that is a disaster for Halifax. Try coming in the very last minute of this second half. And it's Halifax 20, Leeds 23.
And David Creaser will try and put Halifax way back here with this kick. Scuds it along. Oh, and it's going to bounce. Oh, Riddleston. I thought it was going to bounce dead. Riddleston came out. Well, that's a good firm tackle. And now Leeds must tackle well. We're coming up. I make it well over time on my watch now. We've played 2 minutes of stoppage time and Leeds have won possession anyway. And they'll just now keep possession and let the clock run out. And there goes a hooter. A final score of Halifax 20, Leeds 23. Ramshaw's opening try on 8 minutes. Smith's conversion put Halifax 6-0 in front, but it was all Leeds up to the break with Phil Forrest's try on 23 minutes and then 2 tries in 2 minutes from David Creaser and Gary Schofield. The first of those, Creaser converted himself to put Leeds 14 points to 6 in front at half-time. Suddenly, Tony Anderson's try on 47 minutes pulled Halifax back at 10-14. A David Creaser penalty increased Leeds' lead to 16-10, and then Tony Anderson and a Smith conversion put it all level at 16 points each with 15 minutes left. David Creaser 6 minutes later put Leeds in front by that 1 point with a drop goal, and then John Bentley's try and Creaser's conversion looked to put Leeds safe at 23 points to 16. But with 1 minute remaining, John Lyons got over for the try, and with Smith trying to steady his nerves, he missed the kick and Leeds were home and dry. 2 points for Leeds, and that puts us now in a position where Leeds are still top. Well, we've got all the results in now, and Leeds are top, played 24 with 34 points. Widnes a point behind, having played 4 games less. Castleford are third with 30 points from 21 games, and Wigan fourth with 30 from 21. It looks all on Widnes. If Leeds win their remaining 2 games, Widnes will only need to win 3 of the remaining 6 to take the title. And Wigan, well, they can get to 40 points. Castleford can also get to 40. But I have a feeling that Widnes are not going to slip up. But you never know. Thanks very much for watching. This is Andrew Patefield on behalf of Leeds Rugby League Football Club with another Leeds Rugby League video.
We'll be right back.